Well, hello, everyone. I'm Frank Fear for Women's March Fort Myers, and we're here for another in a series of what we call community conversations. And we're very, very pleased to have with us today a candidate for the Lee County School Board, Kathy Fanny.
Thank you for inviting me, Frank. I'm very grateful that I have this platform to speak to you and other people in the county.
Let's start by you talking about your zone so people will know if they're in the zone where they can vote for you. You're in zone 1. So give the viewers and the listeners a background.
Okay, zone 1 is all of Pine Island, all of Sanibel, and most of Cape Coral. It includes 8 elementary schools: Gulf, Cape, Patriot, Pelican, Skyline, and Trafalgar Elementary School, as well as 3 middle schools: Challenger, Gulf, and Trafalgar Middle, and 2 high schools: Ida Baker and Cape.
You have a very, very rich background, Kathy. So for those viewers and listeners who don't know, you give us some insights into your background, specifically with respect to qualifications for this particular office.
Okay, I have been a public school teacher for 38 years. 26 of those years were in New Jersey in a Title I school. In this capacity, I had to follow state, federal mandates. Parental involvement was essential. We actually created programs for the parents to come in and be involved with their students. I was also, I computerized all the records there, and I also worked on the union there for the benefit of the teachers, which in turn benefited the students. My last 12 years were at a creative arts school in Wilmington, Delaware. I worked hand in hand with administration and planned in-services for administrators and teachers that were district-wide. I also served on an advisory board with parents, business leaders, teachers to improve the programs within the creative arts school.
So what do you see as some of the major issues specifically in Lee County, and how does that relate to your platform in terms of your vision and what you hope to accomplish in office if elected?
I'm going to talk about students first. 40% of students in my district are below level in literacy and in math. And why? What are we doing to help them? Kids come to school with a lot of baggage. We need mental health counselors to work with these students so they can come to the classroom prepared to learn. We also have to listen to our teachers. Our teachers are coming in and saying, we need this resource. They may refer the child for child study and say, this child needs help. We need to address this achievement gap that exists with 40% of our kids, because if we don't solve it in in elementary school, it becomes a problem by middle school with students so frustrated. They become the behavior problems within the school out of frustration. We also have low teacher salaries here. We rank 46 in teacher salaries. A lot has been said about the price of homes in Cape Coral. You can't afford to buy a new home as a teacher. You do not have the adequate income. We also have, we rank 43rd in the nation in per pupil spending. We need to improve our buildings, programs, class sizes, and graduation rates. And we need the equipment to do this. And we need dedicated professionals staying in the field. And to stay into the field, we need to give them the financial resources and salaries needed to teach. I know as a classroom teacher, I used to keep food in my classroom and I would feed kids when they were hungry. Many teachers do this. I also would buy shoes when someone came to school with not enough shoes, shoes that didn't fit. I also know that many kids do not have the materials that they need for the classroom, and often it's the teacher that supplies these materials. I don't think the general public is aware of how much of themselves the teachers are giving to make these classrooms work. And we need to give back to our teachers so they want to stay in this profession. Working with kids was always my dream. And when I was hired, it was hard to get a teaching job because so many people wanted to be in the profession. We have the opposite situation now, and it's because we are not adequately supporting our teachers who give everything to the students in their classrooms.
For those who want to learn more about you, your platform, donate, talk to us about your website, your social media presence, and I know the audience would appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, running for office is hard. People may not realize how difficult it is. And I have been using a lot of my own money to fund things to get in this process, but I do need help. My website is votecathyfanny.net. There's a QR code that you can zoom on and it'll take you to a PayPal, or you can donate directly from my website as well. I also am on Facebook, and it's Select Kathy Fanny. And I would love for you to follow me. That's an important part of this process.
Any final comments before we bid you and our audience a day?
I want to see a school system where all kids achieve, where teachers are valued, and we address their educational needs at the early possible level, so that when they are in kindergarten or first grade and we see that they are having difficulties, we need to evaluate why. I personally did individual improvement plans on all the students that I taught when I was a Title I reading teacher. We need to look closely at student achievement and make sure every student succeeds.
Terrific vision. Kathy Fanny, thank you so much for spending time with us. And as we said earlier, at least alluded to it, make sure you vote in the primary in August and in the general election in November. This is Frank Fear with Kathy Fanny. Thank you for watching today, and we hope to see you in the future.